On August 28, 1963, the same day Martin Luther King Jr. gave his "I Have a Dream" speech in Washington, Patricia Tolles, 23, who worked at the book division at Time Life, returned from work to her apartment on the third floor of 57 East 88th Street in Manhattan. There she found the apartment ransacked and a bloody knife in the bathroom. Panicked, she ran to the building lobby and called Max Wylie, the father of her roommate who lived nearby. He came to investigate, and in one of the bedrooms he found the bodies of his daughter Janice, 21, and her roommate Emily Hoffert, 23, next to a bloodied bed by the windows. They were tied together with strips of cloth and had been stabbed repeatedly with 3 knives from their own kitchen. Wylie was the daughter of advertising executive and novelist Max Wylie and niece of novelist Philip Wylie, while Hoffert was the daughter of a Minneapolis surgeon, so they both belonged to prominent families, leading the case to create a press sensation. The media dubbed it the Career Girls Murders because Wylie worked as a Newsweek researcher and Emily was a schoolteacher. Initially, police believed the victims knew their killer. The level of violence found is usually an indication of a personal relationship with the victim. There were no signs of forced entry, and the apartment, which was on the 3rd floor of a 9-story building, was also guarded by a doorman. Though the apartment was in disarray, nothing appeared to be stolen, so robbery was not believed to be a motive. The victim's hands and feet were bound, and they were tied back to each other. While Wylie was nude, Hoffert was fully dressed. In April of the following year, New York City police announced that George Whitmore Jr., a 19-year-old day laborer, had confessed to the murders of Wylie and Hoffert, as well as the murder of Minnie Edmonds, an unrelated murder, and the attempted rape of Elba Borrero. Whitmore later took back his confession, claiming he had been beaten during the interrogation, that counsel had not been present, and that his request for a lie detector test had been denied. On October 9, 1964, Jimmy Delaney, who was arrested for murder and facing the death penalty, offered to make a deal in return for leniency. He would give the police the name of the real killers of Emily Hoffert and Janice Wylie. He told the police that Ricky Robles had came to his apartment on the day of the killings, demanding drugs, while his hands and clothes were covered in blood. The shaken Robles told Delaney, "I just iced 2 dames." Delaney and his wife Marjorie were fitted with wires, and wires were also installed in theirs and Robles' apartments. Over time, Robles talked about details of the murders that convinced investigators he was the real killer. He was arrested and charged on January 26, 1965.